So what's going on, everyone? Today we're going to talk about NIO. It's been a couple of weeks, so I'm back to give you all another prediction as to where I think this stock is going to do. At last check, you guys can see that we anticipated NIO was going to go higher in price. It has done that. It exceeded our ultimate TP price, which occurred on August the 21st. Cool. I think we even talked about on that video that this stock could go a lot higher, maybe like to $6. But even in that situation, the price in NIO exceeded our expectations, topping out around 8 on October 2nd. So yeah, it's a very good move. So if you was able to move on this price action in NIO, congratulations, because the market may be primed for a leg down or at least some lower prices. We're going to talk about that, so don't worry about it. I got you. We're going to be unbiased in where we suspect price is going to go. We're not always going to be bulls. We're not always going to be bears. We're just always going to be in the market anticipating where the best probability of price movement is going to be. We're going to be on that person's team. That's the team we want to be on. It's the one who's moving the price at any given moment. That's the name of the game, right? It's to be on the winning team. And that's what we do here on this particular platform. We anticipate which side of the market is winning, and we're going to follow that team. And there's only two teams. You got buyers and you got the sellers. Always in this market trying to duke it out, trying to grab the price and move it. That's the whole purpose of both of these teams, to try to move this price to a location that those teams can profit from. That's it. Okay, don't look no deeper into the market, because that's what they want us to do. They want us to be complex, perplexed, asking questions, adding umpteen amount of indicators on a chart just to be confused, when the name of the game is to take the price and move it to where you want it to go. So let's do it. Hit the like, share, and subscribe for more of my videos and content to learn more about how we're able to predict prices. Very simple. We anticipated back in August that NIO was going to go higher. How do we predict that? Because the chart gave us that information. That's how we was able to do it. We only utilize price bars and volume. Okay, you want to look at a chart as the mentality, the brain of every person who's in the market. Okay, think of it like that. These price bars and the volume is literally telling us the idea of people who think they're going to win. There's nobody in this market that think they're going to lose. So let's get that out on Front Street, and let's not forget that people, when they come in and hit the buy button or the sell button, they're only hitting it because they suspect that their idea is going to be right. So we're looking at a very clear picture of everyone's idea of them being right. Now, the moment that price goes up a penny or down a penny, someone automatically is losing. Their idea is already shot. It's already being questioned. Did I do the correct thing? That point, that transition from when price moves up a penny, down a penny, is what causes volatility. Because your mind begins to think, oh snap, I thought the price was going to go up in NIO and it's down 10 cents. Do I need to get out my position? That right there is what the market tries to get you to do. So what we do is we try to be ahead of that. We try to be forward thinking of what everyone thinks in the near term. And we're just trying to beat them to where they're trying to get the price to be. That's how we do this. Look at all my videos. You'll see it. You'll see us trying to be forward thinkers of where everyone thinks price is headed. So let's do it again. All right, so let's get rid of this price prediction here in NIO. Very good call. We'll get rid of that. Now, these horizontal lines you guys see on the chart are where we suspect either more sellers to be or buyers to be. Okay. This is where price is targeted. It's targeting. Price is always trying to target these pockets like a magnet. It wants to hit these pockets because it needs to either gain liquidity or remove liquidity. Okay. In order for price to go a distance, it needs to pick up more liquidity in order for the price to continue to go that certain direction. So every dip you see, every stop you see at a sell pocket is the market picking up more liquidity to allow this stock to continue to go higher. Okay. So that's why these sell pockets were broken in NIO. But we've had it marked on our chart as an idea, like right here. We had that as a sell pocket. We knew that there were sellers there, and they did come in a couple of times as price hit this first sell pocket. But then eventually those buyers broke through that pocket of selling. So we could get rid of that. We could get rid of this sell pocket here. We could get rid of this sell pocket in NIO. But then you see what occurred right there on August 22nd. The market stopped. Something pumped the brakes on the buyers from moving this market a lot higher. What could it have been? If you said sellers, you are absolutely correct. There's only two forces that's in the market. Those who are trying to push price up, then those who are trying to push the price down. So we've already knew of the opportunity for NIO to stop going higher. We've already had it marked on our chart. So for us to see the brakes hit in NIO is not a surprise. Then the market ran up to the next sell pocket. What happened? So these two sell pockets identified the area that more people were willing to sell their stock than people were willing to buy. So that's why the market in NIO began to go down right there. Okay. It spooked the buyers. The sellers took control of the price for a couple of days until this day. This very small spread. Look how small that price bar is compared to every other price bar on this chart. And then when you do that, take a look at that volume. Somebody was stopping NIO from going lower. With this much energy, this much gas in the market on one day, and you're trying to tell me that the market only did this much trading for the whole day, that very small spread, somebody was stopping the stock from going lower. Somebody opened up a very wide net, and whoever was willing to sell their NIO, they bought it on that day. You don't have this much volume on one day and the market not go lower. And then how you can even get more confidence that that is happening, that buyers are in the market on September the 10th, is what happened the next day. The market went right back up. So it took this much volume, these many days of price in NIO going down, for us to see the market run to the next sell pocket, which is around $7.50 to $8. It took this much. See, the charts don't lie. People lie. People and their thinking, their opinions, their hypothesis, wherever you ever want to name it. That's where the problem is. So that's why we don't push none of that on this particular platform, on this channel, is because it's useless. I don't care what people think. Show me what they've done. So if somebody would have came in and told me, hey, take a look at this day. The market's going to continue to go down in NIO. And if I would have seen this, I would say, I don't know. I don't think so. The buyers really came through in NIO on September the 10th. I think it might try to go higher. You don't let people's opinion dictate your action. You let the chart do the dictating. Because this is where the money is being matched. This is where the rubber hits the road. This is where people are actually betting on their hypothesis. They're not just talking out their mouth. Nobody here in this market for NIO is just talking out their mouth. They actually got money on the line. And you can't play around when you got money on the line. So that's why I take this very serious when I look at the charts. Because ain't nobody else playing around with their money. Everybody else is participating in this stock suspecting that they're going to win. You remember what I told you that earlier, right? Everyone thinks they're going to win. So when they don't win, they get shaken out. They close out their position. Or if they see that their position is not winning, i.e., like price going down in NIO, somebody had to front a whole lot of money on this day to continue to let that price go higher. Somebody had to put up a whole lot of money. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean up this chart first in NIO. And we're going to look for this stock to go down. Now, I'm going to tell you the reason why, though. And it may not go that low. I'm going to show you points to where buyers are now at. Okay. So all the NIO bulls can just relax. Okay. Everything just don't shoot up in a day or go up forever. There's breaks. And the reason why we think price in NIO is going to go down is the first reason is because price has already gotten snagged right here. Okay. That's the first thing. Those sellers, they're stopping NIO from going higher. So let's go ahead and mark that. So we're going to make a new sell pocket in NIO. Okay. And we already know, hey, as long as price is trading below this pocket of selling, the market is still primed for lower prices. I'm not saying that's going to continue to go down. I'm just saying that the market is in favor of sellers. Okay. Now, I want you all to see what happened right there. Okay, so this was on October the 10th. Market fell 10% in NIO, right? The next day, price in NIO went up. Okay, cool, no problem. If that would have continued, meaning the next 2 days, the 14th and today, if the market in NIO was still shot up higher, I would say this is where the buyers are. The buyers would have been right around here. Okay. We would have made that into a buy pocket. We still can, but it doesn't look like those buyers are motivated at buying NIO at that price. They might not be motivated. So what the sellers would do is they'll continue to push down the price until these buyers become more motivated. And here's another one right here I want to show you. Okay. The reason why we place a pocket of buying here is because after this day of selling, September the 15th, the market in NIO went all the way back up, even closed higher and traded as high as yesterday, the day's prior trading bar. That tells you that those buyers are definitely right in that pocket. So we might see NIO bounce at that pocket and then begin to go up. Now, if one of these two pockets don't hold, I might even get rid of this one. This is the biggest pocket right here, though, that we know buyers are at. It might just be one buyer, I don't know, but we know that somebody wanted to buy the stock there. Okay, so these are the three pockets right here. That's important for us to see the stock continue to go higher. Okay, because right now we think the stock's going to continue to go down, so we're going to target these three pockets. Let's look at NIO on the 2. Okay. Now, we're supposed to see the market try to bounce off this first pocket. This is definitely weak. Seeing this 1-2 day price bar, even though we have the next 4 days of trading, we're not seeing any buyers yet. We're not seeing them. So this is still a very valid 2-day price bar that is weak. Weak enough to where we can definitely see it test this middle buy pocket or even this third one, the very bottom one around $5-6. Okay, look at this on the 3. So we got 20 hours and 32 minutes. So tomorrow, okay, if we see this stock close lower, which I think it's going to try to do, and breaks through this other buy pocket, I'm targeting this next one for a potential point of bounce in NIO. This is it on the 4. I definitely don't like the 4. This is definitely weak in NIO, to the point to where I don't even want to hold this buy pocket. I don't even think the buyers are going to be in that first pocket. So we're going to try to target this one, or like I said, this one around 560. Here it is on the 5. NIO on the weekly chart, again, that weekly bar is telling you things to be aware of. Like, it's giving you a clue. It's like a siren that is blaring, say, hey, be careful. This weekly price bar is weak. Yes, we might get 1 to 2 days where price goes higher. That's why you want to look at longer term charts to see what is the sentiment of the market. So when you look at this on a weekly, this is where the market in NIO could potentially bounce. This is where the trend currently lies on the weekly chart. Okay. So is there room for the stock to continue to fall? Yes. It could fall either on this first buy pocket, this ascending line, or this second buy pocket around 575. NIO on the 2 weeks. So the weekly and the 2 weeks definitely looks weak. The last 2 weeks wasn't strong at all for the buyers. Sellers took control of price. They're still in control of price. So we're going to look for this stock to go down in NIO. These are the reasons why. Okay, I'm showing them to you. Here it is on the 11-hour chart. But we can see if there's any buyers. This is where the buyers are. Okay, we're still in a downtrend. We're not finding buyers yet. Look at this on the 5. NIO on the 3. Okay, we can actually go ahead and draw additional pockets of selling in NIO to where buyers can break price up above on the hourly chart. So when we put this on the week, on the daily, we can actually see where those sellers are at. Okay, there's another one right here in NIO, but I'm not going to draw it yet. There's a sell pocket right there. Here it is on the 330. Okay, so you can see the buyers even without drawing the pockets, because this is where those buyers were. And they're trying to hold it now. There's a couple of buyers in the market now in NIO. It's just to the point that I'm not convinced that they will be successful at keeping this stock from not going down. But they're attempting. Like, I give them credit. They're attempting to hold it. But I don't think they're going to be successful. So since it's back on the daily, let's go ahead and draw or plot our prediction as to where we suspect price is going to go. And everything's going to target its first pocket of buying. That would be crazy if the market comes to this pocket of buying and touches that trend line. That's around 5.5% on the low of the buy pocket. 4.41 at the high. And then we want to try to target this next one, which is like 17.62% on the low at $5.61. So now all we do is sit back, let the market work itself out, and see how low price is going to go. And then we'll come back and see what's next. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you maintain profit. And as always, trade different.